A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio ZMH286, Patricia and David, on what has been a fabulously beautiful day here in New Zealand. Well, certainly down this part of New Zealand anyway. Very, very calm. 19 degrees it is at the moment, 10 knots of northeasterly, 15% cloud cover and a dropping barometer 1024. And I had a lovely walk in the Waitakaris. These are so a lot of mountainous, hilly, I suppose you'd call it, on the west, from the west of Auckland here. It's got a big dam in there for our water supply, one of the dams that supplies water to Auckland, and the dam is full. It was actually overflowing. It was a very good sight to see because this time last year it was very, very low. So no problems with water for the summer, hopefully. And it was a really lovely day, and I did spare a thought for those handling the weather further north. So Manahea last night said they were 175 miles from Opua, and they had 20 to 25 knots gusting 30 from the east with nasty seas, but manageable. So I'm hoping that our boats, I think Beyond the Stars is the closest one to Opua at the moment that we'll be talking to. I certainly hope it's a lot better. And I will mention this again shortly, but a US boat, Jaco, 2 people on board. It's a US flag, 15-metre monohull, and it is due in Opua tomorrow. The AIS is over a day old now. It's a cutter-rigged 2-spreader boat, but they have a lot of problems on board. They've lost most of their electrics, the chart plotter, autopilot, Starlink, and so on. Low on fuel, so if anybody sees that boat or wants to just help out with a VHF call, hopefully they've got enough power to run their VHF, it would be good to touch base and let RCC or us know where they are. I'll mention that shortly because they should be around where probably Zen again. They're, I would imagine from the last position, that they would be around the 32 to 33 south mark and 175 east. So just keep a lookout for that monohull, 15 metres, US flag, cutter rigged, 2 spreaders, but they have a lot of problems to deal with, and it would be good if you could make contact with them on the VHF. No drama, I don't think, at this stage, just they would probably appreciate knowing where they are, and it would be good if somebody reported their position. Okay, well, we'll start on the list tonight, and Soy Libre has gone past Mackay, so Andy, you're on first. Soy Libre, Gulf Harbour.
Soy Libre, how copy?
Very good copy, and good evening to you. Andy, go ahead.
I'm at 32 degrees, 05 minutes south, 175 degrees, 187 degrees magnetic is my heading, and I'm doing 6.5 to 7 knots. The sea state is pretty heavy, and I'm under mizzen and jib. And I'm going to let Barry give you all the weather stuff because he has the instruments and I don't have them like that. Over.
All right, we have you at 3205 south, 17510 east. 187 magnetic, 6.5 to 7 knots under the mizzen and jib. There's static, well, it sounds like lightning crashes actually, but what's your cloud cover? You will at least be able to tell me the cloud cover. Over.
100% cloud
cover. All right, 100% cloud cover. Yep. All right. Well, you've made good progress though. So certainly smelling the barn at 3205 south. So
heavy seas.
Heavy seas. Yes. Interesting. Heavy seas. God, I do feel sorry for all you folk. That's not really what we what to welcome you to New Zealand with. But I tell you what, they're not too heavy around here at the moment because we've had such light winds. But I'm sure they're going to get better. But we'll wait and see what David has to say shortly.
Which is ETA now?
Yeah, what is your ETA now, Andy? Over?
It will probably be tomorrow early evening, but if it's not early evening, considering that there's 70 boats coming into New Zealand and all the ports, and it's got to be the immigration docs and stuff. I might just keep to and wait till the next morning to come in over.
Yeah, they're not 75 coming in tomorrow, though. They're spread right up quite a ways north. So actually, at the end of the net, I will talk about the boats coming in. I just lost the AIS here. Yep, I did have it. So, yeah, there are quite a few coming in tomorrow, though, but there's certainly no problem there. They've got quite a few people, I'm sure, there to handle things. So, yep, just do what you think. And, yep, we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, we'll clear with you and go to Barry on Mackay. Over.
Roger, Roger. Trish, this is Barry on Mackay. Are you ready for my report? Over.
Roger, Roger.
Okay, my current position is 3158 south, 17502 east, on a course of 191, doing 5.5 knots. The wind is from the east, southeast, currently at 18, gusting to 20, and sky conditions 100% overcast. The seas are about 2 meters from the southeast. It's bumpy, kind of a little bit of a confused sea, but all in all, not that bad. And I've got 10:22 on the bar, and my ETA for Opua is, I'm going to call it at the dock 1 o'clock on the 5th, over.
Roger that. So Wednesday for you, 1 o'clock. Yeah, we never managed to get in the daytime. When you say, yep, 1 a.m. All right, Barry is at 3158, 17502 east, 191 true, 5.5 knots with an east-southeast, 18 gusting 20. Don't you love these being on the outside of a high? 100% cloud cover, 2 meters southeast bumpy water, 1022, and middle of the night coming in Wednesday early. So you'll be pleased to get there. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Trish, and I don't think it'll be 1 a.m. I'm talking just afternoon on Wednesday.
Oh, Roger that. I misunderstood. Sorry.
Yeah.
Noon or thereabouts 1 p.m. Okay, thank you. Got that. We'll be talking to you again tomorrow then. Okay, we'll clear with you, and will be interesting to see. God, it's not far away. What the report is from Beyond the Stars, Gulf Harbour Radio.
Beyond the Stars here. How copy?
Yeah, nice copy, Mary. And I do hope it's calmed down a bit. But looking at what Barry and Andy have got, I'd be interested to see what you've got. Over.
Yes. So here's my report. We're at 3420 south, 17429 east. Course over ground, 180. Speed over ground, 6.5. The wind is, current wind direction is 8.7. The speed is 1620. We have waves from the east at 1 meter without a second period, so that's way improved. We have 61 miles to go, 100% cloud cover with drizzle. I'll copy.
Yeah, it's amazing that you're so close and you've got 100% cloud cover with drizzle, and here we are bathed in sunshine. Okay, Beyond the Stars, and I can hear the relief and excitement in your voice. 3420 south, 17429 east, 180 true course at 6.5 knots with a good sailing speed, 16 to 20 knots of wind from the east, 1 meter sea, so that's much improved, 8-second period. 61 miles to go, but unfortunately 100% cloud cover and drizzle. Hopefully it's going to clear up for you to arrive with the dolphins tomorrow. Over.
We will probably arrive around between 3 and 4 a.m. And I just wanted to ask you, does that sound like a reasonable thing to do? I don't usually arrive places in the dark.
Well, you'll find that the going up the channel, it is superbly lit. You'll see on your chart. It is very, very easy to come up the channel and hang a left. So there is no problem at all. Just make sure you don't veer off. The lights are perfect. Just stick with the lights. Don't veer left and right because in some parts it's reasonably narrow. But you'll be in sheltered water and it is not a problem. So not that you have to rush at that with that, but 61 miles. Just take your time. You'll lose a bit of wind when you get in there. So yep. No, it's not a problem at all, but you'll both need to be on the job. Over.
Okay, good copy. We will definitely be caught. Beyond the part clear.
Okay, nice talking to you, and just have a lovely, safe arrival and a good snooze before customs join you. And if it is fairly busy, and there will be quite a few boats there, maybe ahead of you, you can go both sides of the dock there, the customs dock. No, not a problem. And just be wary of the. I'll have a look at the when David's talking. I'll have a look at the tides because it can be quite speedy there. So it means that when you go on the inside and turn around, you do need to be cautious of the current is quite swift. So we know that well because we managed to make contact with one of the pylons. But it is quite swift, so just take that into consideration when you're manoeuvring inside. And you can anchor if need be as well. All right, we will clear with Beyond the Stars, and I've got this all out of order, but let's go Skylark, Gulf Harbour.
Good evening, Trish. Phil here from Skylark. How copy, over?
Yeah, very strong signal tonight, Phil. Go ahead.
Okay, well, it's probably strong because we just come past the high peak rock. We're 17 miles from Bream Head, over.
Oh, fantastic. 17 miles from Bream Head. So what are the conditions there, over?
Conditions are very nice. I'll just give you the lat long. 3-5 degrees, 3-5 minutes south. 174 degrees, 4 minutes east. The conditions are, our course is currently 184 magnetic. We're making 9.1. We have Big Bird up again. In 14 knots of wind from the northeast. We have less than 1 meter of northeast swell. 40% cloud cover. And all well.
Well, I would imagine so. What a lovely way to arrive. Skylark, 35 degrees, 35 south, 17444 east, heading into Marsden 184, we're 17 miles from Bream Head. 9.1 knots with 14 knots of northeast with what they call the Big Bird. That's the big yellow Jenica. And asymmetric Jenica, I assume. 40% cloud cover and less than 1 meter northeast swell. Well, I bet that's enjoyable after the murk of the quasi-stationary front. Over.
Oh, roger that. Absolutely. Particularly the latter stages of the light wind and the early stages of the heavier conditions, quite uncomfortable. Quite a nice way to end sailing down the coast in the South Sea.
Yes, indeed. And, well, it makes up for no fish, doesn't it? You should see some, well, maybe not. I haven't heard any reports of the dolphins. They're normally not that far south. All right, well, welcome to New Zealand, and I'm sure you'll be enjoying having a good rest. What are your plans for the summer, Over?
Our plans are a quick haul out to redo the bottom tank and replace the screw holes, and then back in the water and up to the Bay of Islands for a few weeks, and then a bit of time on land, and then cruising the Bay of Islands in January, and then a bit more time on land, and then maybe a bit more cruising of the northeast coast. Over.
Oh, well, got it all sorted out, so hope it all goes well. We might even see you. We're going to be heading up there probably after Christmas. We'll be in the Gulf before then, but after Christmas. So if you do see Chameleon, please stop and say hello. All right, we'll clear with the Skylark crew, who are really enjoying a lovely sail by the sound of it, and go to Zen again, Gulf Harbour.
And again, Richie 5x5, a copy.
Yep, I've got you peaking at strength 9 actually, so go ahead, Mike.
Excellent. So Finnegan position 3, 2, 4, 2, south. 1, 7, 5, 3, 9, east. Track 2, 0, 0, true at 5.5. Wind east at 2, 0, gusting to 8. Seas 3 metre, cloud overcast, but apparently spinning, far 1018, air temperature 16. Having a great sail, all well on board.
Wow, 16 degrees, boy, that's better here. Just as well you're coming this direction. Then again, 3242 south, 17539 east. 200 true course, 5.5 knots with an east 20 to 20, gusting 26. Boy, what a difference between what we've just heard Phil talk about. 3 metre seas, overcast but thinning, 1018, and temperature of 16 degrees. Well, you'll be looking forward to that cloud clearing and the sun coming out, which I'm sure it will tomorrow. So, yep. Pretty good, and all is well on board. So thank you for that, and you will no doubt have been pleased to hear the reports from further ahead of you. Okay, we'll clear with Zen again. Anything else, Mike?
Yes, can you give us the name of that yacht you're seeking to get a position for? Over.
Yes, it's called, yes, let's get the page turned over here. Yeah, the boat is Jacot. It's Juliet Alpha Charlie Quebec Echo Alpha Uniform. I don't know how to pronounce that. Jacot, maybe. And it's a US flag, 15 metre monohull. So, yeah, it would be good to find out where they are. So that would be helpful. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if Bent is on frequency.
Gulf Harbour, this is Tay.
Good copy. Wim, go ahead.
We're fine, but your copy is only 2 by 2, so we're doing our best to listen to you. Over.
Roger that. Don't know why, because let me see what I'm putting out. 450 watts, and I don't think there must be something on board that's causing you a bit of problem, I think, but just as well you can copy, so go ahead. I have got good copy on you. Over.
Okay, here we go. Our position 31 degrees 52 minutes south, 175 degrees 47 minutes east. Course over ground 186 magnetic. Speed around everything 5 and 7 knots, depending on the wind. The wind speed is between 25 and 32 knots from the east-northeast. 100% cloud cover, and the barometer is actually 1019.5. Over.
Okay, well, you're not yet out of the system. Women Elizabeth on Bent are at 3152 south, 17547 east, on a course of 186 magnetic to anything between 5 and 7, depending on whether the wind's 25 or 32 from the east northeast. 100% cloud cover, and the bar 1019er. So you've got a bit further to go to get out of that. I'm sure you will be looking forward to the conditions that have been reported by Skylark. All right. Anything else, Ben? Over? No, nothing heard there. And so we're going to go now to, I'll give you, I'm not sure, we haven't heard from Moona Nui on the emails at all, but they are at 3354 and 17559 east, doing 6.3 on a course of 208 true, and that was half an hour ago. So we'll whip over now to Taku, Gulf Harbour Radio. Taku, Gulf Harbour Radio. No, nothing heard. Hopefully they got David's email of a couple of hours ago. We have a report on the streaming from Pura Vida. Good evening to you guys. 2846 south, 17857 east. Courses 200 true at 7.5 knots. They have 24 knots, gusting 27 from just north of east, 085. And the swell 2 to 2.5 metres from the east, 100% cloud cover, 1018 and 22 degrees. So I bet they don't want to ever see a quasi-stationary front again. All well on board and expecting another windy night tonight. All right, I'm going to, welcome to Te Ora Nui who are listening. Got your email, and I'm going to now pass the microphone to David.
Okay, good evening to our listeners. Again, most of this review is for the yachts that are en route to New Zealand from Fiji and Minerva, and who are about halfway to Opua or Marsden or further. The quasi-stationary front is still with us, and I thought what I would do is give you some coordinates of the southernmost cloud using infrared imagery. Now, these clouds indicate high cloud conditions, and would include cumulus congestus, cumulonimbus, cirrostratus, that sort of thing. Now, the edge of these clouds are more or less in an arc. So here goes. I'm going to give you some numbers if you want to jot this down. I'll start from the west, then move to the east. And there's only 4 of them. So the first, 30 degrees south, 174 east. Next, 31 degrees 39 minutes, 175 degrees 31 minutes. Then the third one, 32 degrees 26 minutes, and 177 degrees 42 minutes. And finally and lastly, 33 degrees and the date line. So that is the edge of the high cloud where you've got the very strong winds and quite squally conditions. Now, from these coordinates to North Cape, I see roughly 100% cloud cover, but low level. So I see a mix of cumulus, alto Q, stratus, alto stratus, etc. Now there are breaks in these, but for the most part, it's about 100% cloud cover. Now, imagery was analyzed by me at 1740 hours this afternoon, and these coordinates, of course, will change but hopefully they'll be of some value. You may see rain and squalls even in the mid to low level flood, but not as severe as the cold high cloud, nor are you going to have the winds that you get in the high cloud conditions. Now our 1026 millibar high is centered near 33 south and 165 west, and it's ridging toward New Zealand. And our next depression is entering the Tasman with a frontal band that runs north along the Oz coast, the Australian coast. Winds, before I get to that, I also have the ability to look at thunderheads, cumulonimbus, and it's like watching popcorn up and down the coast of Australia. It's absolutely everywhere, from north of Bundaberg all the way down to Tasmania. Anyway, back to us. Winds very close to North Cape down to Marsden are light from the east-northeast, and that is now, and that'll be tomorrow, and it will be Wednesday as well. So once you get through the Merc and get past North Cape, everything is going to be hunky-dory. So hopefully, pretty soon, you'll be there. So with that, here's the chief.
Thank you for that. Well, first of all, I'm going to, I'll wait and give Taku a call shortly, but I want to give you the Opua tides for Tuesday. Starting just after midnight, 27 minutes past midnight is low tide, 0.7 meters. High tide tomorrow is at 6:49 in the morning. That's 2.3 meters. Low tide is then 12:49 at 0.7, and high tide tomorrow at 19:1906. So I'll give you the following day tomorrow, and the boats that will be coming in tomorrow, Beyond the Stars is leading the group coming into Opua. Halcyon Days is actually coming in. They must have come in from Newcastle. Anyway, Beyond the Stars, Penguin, Manuhea, Barbarella, Scout, Moon and Nui, and then there's a group of boats spread right out from Flora, Thestral, Indioko, Numi, Eglantine, and Pisces. And then up further from them we have Penmanship, Hassabas, Inagene, Paikea, the German boat that's sending reports in, Halivo, and Japaloop, and then going up to Zen again, Aura, and Slim, and quite a few boats coming up from there, which we can talk about tomorrow. Okay, Zen again, sorry, not Zen again, Taku, Gulf Harbour Radio. No, they might be dealing with the popcorn that David describes, the electrical activity, but hopefully they have an email from him. Although you just never quite know when you've got the problem with the electricity around. This is Gulf Harbour Radio. Is there anybody wanting anything? Please call.
Yeah, Patricia, it's Andy.
Andy, Soy Libre, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll probably be coming in on Wednesday.
I thought you might be. We didn't even write down Tuesday. Well, you see, the winds are getting lighter, aren't they? All right, we will talk to you again tomorrow night. All righty. That sounds like there's nothing else, nothing on streaming here, and quiet nights tonight, actually. Hopefully Taku is okay, and if anybody can make contact with the boat Jaco, that would be great if you could just check where they are and give Maritime Radio a call or an email to me or whatever, but it would be good to know where that boat is because they're no longer transmitting on the AIS. Okay, cheers everybody. Have a good night. The frequency's all yours if you want it. We'll be back again tomorrow. Cheers all.